Hi, today I thought let me discuss with you a very interesting subject on digital transformation. You will all agree with me in the today's current context. We are all involved or engulfed by the word called digital. And there is a tremendous transformation is taking place in every parts of life today. Everything is got connected. Digital is putting a lot of impact on the common man's life, and every aspect of it, every aspect is connected with a word called digital today. There is a continuous change in the digital landscape is taking place, and we are at a digital transformation stage. So see, there are large number of conferences, reports, articles, reviews, videos you will come across in different platforms. They are all talking about digital transformation. Still, what is not very clear to many of the the leaders of different organizations, because digital transformation is not only touching those who are in the business but also those who are in the government, from a very small to a very enterprise level. So what are the various specific steps do we need to take up as far as digital transformation is concerned? Do we need to design new jobs to help us to create a framework for digital transformation? Or what parts of our strategy, in context to business or a strategy of an organization, need to change? And is it really worthwhile to look into these imperatives? So let us look at some of the things, like for example, what is exactly the digital transformation means. Digital transformation will look different for every company or every organization or every enterprise. It can be hard to pinpoint a definition that applies to all. However, in general, we define digital transformation as the integration of digital technology into all areas of a business, resulting in fundamental changes to how business operate and how they deliver value to the customers. It is a cultural change that requires organizations to continuously challenge the status quo, experiment often, and get comfortable with the failure. This sometimes means walking away from the long-standing business process that companies were built upon in favor of relatively new practices that are being defined. So, with a plethora of articles and various definitions of digital transformation, it is easy to see why there is some confusion around the topic. For instance, author Greg Verdino focuses on what business that undergo digital transformation may expect to achieve. He says digital transformation closes the gap between the digital customers already expect and what analog business actually it is delivered to them. Whereas there is a definition by Agile Elephant which emphasizes on digital transformation, a change in the leadership, a different thinking process, the encouragement of innovation and new business models, incorporating digitization of assets and an increased use of technology to improve the experience of your organization's employees, customers, suppliers, partners and stakeholders and all. So these are some of the basic overview of a digital transformation. Now, why digital transformation matters? There are a number of reasons that a business may undergo a digital transformation. The most likely reason is for survival issue. Like for example, I'll take an example from Howard King. In his article in Guardian, he puts this way that business don't transform by choice because it is expensive and risky. Businesses go through transformation when they have a failed to evolve. Like for example, John McCarthy, CIO of the Vanguard, he points out that just look at the Standard & Poor 500. In 1958, US corporations remained on that index for an average of 61 years, according to American Enterprise Foundation. Whereas in 2011, it was 18 years later, today companies are being replaced on the Standard & Poor approximately every 2 weeks. Technology has driven this shift, and companies that want to succeed must understand how to merge technology with the strategy of they have designed. Enterprise leaders, they have forgotten the message. I will say they've largely got the messages. Like for example, the ITC Research Futurescape Worldwide Digital Transformation 2018 Predictions. There is a report, this is published, you can find it in the Google also. Like for example, by the end of 2019, digital transformation spending till will reach up to $1.7 trillion worldwide, a 42% increase from the 2017, which is immense. So IDC's prediction for CIOs in 2018 echo that, stating that through 2019 dragged down by conflicting the digital transformation imperatives, ineffective technology, innovation, cloud infrastructure transitions, and underfunded end-of-life core system, 75% of the chief information officers and their enterprises will fail to meet all their digital objectives. So CIOs, even worried about their companies and their own survival, should focus on securing company-wide support and collaborations to get digital transformation right from the start. They may only get one shot. But even business leaders don't believe that they have to transform. There are many reasons why they should consider it anyway. Their competitors are doing it. According to a Forrester's research report, executives predict that nearly half of their revenue will be driven by the digital by the 2020. It will make them more profitable. In a recent Gartner survey, 56% said that digital improvements have already improved the profits. It will make them more efficient. Research shows 9 out of 10 IT decision makers claim legacy systems are preventing them from harnessing the digital technologies they need to grow and become more efficient. Their customers will thank them. Whether external customers or internal employees or people have already largely adopted the digital practices in all facets of their lives. From shopping online via the mobile devices to adjusting their home thermostat remotely, they are all waiting for the business to catch up. Now, what does a digital transformation framework look like? Although digital transformation will vary widely based on organization-specific challenges and demands, there are few constants and common themes among existing case studies and published frameworks that all business and technology leaders should consider as they embark on digital transformation. Some of the common elements which we come across as far as when we talk about the digital transformation or designing a digital transformation framework, like for example the customer experience, the operational agility, the culture and the leadership, and the workforce enablement, and the digital technology integration. So this is extremely important. I would rather appeal to all of you that please go through some of the important digital transformation frameworks which have been included, like for example in MIT Sloan, the 9 elements of digital transformation. There was a report is available there. Cognizant has come out with a framework for digital business transformation. Altimeter, 6 stages of digital transformation, very categorically they have defined the entire thing. Ionology, a step-by-step guide to provide the digital transformation. So all these components are given, all these different organizations have given their own thought process in devising a digital transformation. Now what culture plays a role in digital transformation? IT will play an important role in driving the digital transformation strategy. The work of implementing and adapting to the massive changes that go along with the digital transformation which involves almost everybody. For this reason, digital transformation is a people's issue sometimes. What drives the digital transformation? An important element is of course technology. It is often more shredding out processes and legacies technology that it is adopt new approach techniques. Like the like for example in the healthcare industry, despite widespread use of smartphones and other mobile devices among healthcare providers, close to 80% of clinicians continue to use hospital provided pagers, and 49% of those clinicians report they receive patient care related messages mostly common by pager. So this is currently is happening. So examples like span of all industry, the prevalence of legacy technology hinders CIO's ability to successfully embark on a digital transformation strategy. So and how can I start it? If all this makes you feel woefully behind, fear not. one of the biggest misconception of CIOs have made about digital transformation is that their competitors are much farther ahead of the game than they are. That's because there is much admiration of the fastest transformer, but still critique of how hard transformation is or how long it will take for a typical global company to do that. That's what given by the Tim Eaton of CMO of the Red Hat, he has talked about in his thought. So there are 10 major digital transformers reads. There is and out of which one of them I find is very interesting by Matson in CIO, the most painful, gut-wrenching part of leading transformations. And where can I learn all this? Yes, there are several reports, there are several research papers, there are several YouTubes, media, everywhere these reports are written. But Terry, in collaborations with National Law University, organizing an international conference from 29 November to 1st December at National Law University Dwarka, where some of the components related to digital transformation, related to preservation, policy, and the different kinds of issues, contemporary issues which are involved in it, are going to be discussed and debated out. So I would request each one of you to come and join us in this conference, submit your research papers and all, submit your thought process, and come and see how, and let's debate out that how digital transformation is going to come up in your organization, and let's look at it, the digital transformation from your point of view. Thank you very much.